Good evening, everybody. How's it going today? Today we're streaming some more this game that I'm making, the pixel arts, the space combat deck builder. And hello, Ritu, Albionium, and all the lurkers. Welcome. So, how are we doing today? I didn't see you there. Yes, quite. Hello, Dreddy. Welcome. Thank you. Yes, it's the possibilities of a streaming desk are various. I can move more. I'm not seated. I am or sitting. I forget which is which. Yeah. So anyway, how are we all doing? Let's take a look at. Oh yes, space background. How appropriate. Let's take a look at the changes. So not too much different. Although I have got the lighting working in the game. Do a flip. Could stand still and slowly lower the desk. Lower the oh. Well, no, if I lowered the desk, you'd be like, you know, the camera would be lower. The camera is attached to the desk. I did this last stream. I appeared. But yeah, let me just get through this first. So you can see there's a little bit of lighting on this. I've done the normal maps, for the normal map for it. Also, I've made some little weapons. I'm not sure about the placement yet, but let's see how they look. If I end my turn, the enemy starts firing. Look at those lasers and the lighting that comes from them. I'm very pleased with that. And the little missile that flies out. How cool is that? I like it. I still need to do some normal maps for these. Thank you, RBN. I need to do some normal maps for these weapons, which I've not finished yet. But yeah, look at that. So I haven't done the player attacks yet. They're just like the same as they always were, and they're broken because okay, it's all yeah, brilliant. That's how it goes. Hello, Last of Ray, welcome. How's it going? Good to see you here. I can show you like if I take this light and move it about a bit, it will change the lighting on the ship. If you look, well, there's no point like here and here, so we can position the light wherever we want. We can get multiple lights, so I can do this and get light from different angles and light it however I want. And I think that looks great. Looks like the ship is holding dual lightsabers. Yeah, watch out when it dual fires. It's let's take a look at it again because it's cool. Normal maps are so normal. I want paranormal maps. Yes, those cryptid maps. Yeah. So there's going to be like different weapons of different colors. So you know these are laser beams. Laser beams are red, as we know, always. Little missile. I wasn't sure if that missile looks a bit too small, but I think it's okay. What do you think? Does that look too small? Does it actually? It look kind of. I think it kind of looks like it's coming out of that thing. But yeah, as always, I'm very open to feedback on the appearance. Anything I can do to make it look better is good. Yeah. So a bit late. I'm thinking about for the first part of the stream, I want to work on some more of these weapon sprites. These will all be like stuck on to the enemy ship, and hopefully they'll be reusable for different types of ship. So it looks like the weapons are shooting over our head rather than directly at us. Yeah, that is true, but I'm not sure what to do about that. I mean, I can make the weapons sort of, you know, target like move in to the. I'll just show you what I mean. So if I go here and just awkwardly do this, doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Oh, because I'm rotating the light, not the beam. There we go. So if I do something like this, you know, does that look better, or is that kind of because it's kind of betraying the way the lasers are pointing, the weapons are pointing, you know? Because it's like, how are the beams coming out at that angle with the weapons pointed that way, and how can the weapons be pointed any other way? You know, with the direction of the ship being what it is and the angle. So I've kind of screwed myself with the angle. It's the perspective of the ship. So we can see how that looks. It should just work as is, just that rotation. I mean, I'd redraw it. It's okay. It doesn't look terrible. What do you think? Does that look better or worse? And I could also have them aiming down as well. That's another option, so let's try that. Whoop. I should really have a pivot around the right point, but let's see. Could have them both at different angles, like wonky beams. Cat Peasant, welcome! How's it going? Good to see you here. You like the new angle? Okay. What do you think of this angle? Or like maybe straight down? Let's see how that looks. Because I'm just thinking like in terms of what looks more logical. You know, the alignment's a little off, but large ship and they aren't specifically aiming at the camera. Yeah, I mean the perspective is very forced. You know, this isn't really, because I imagine this is more of a virtual display than a looking out a window type thing on using a traditional camera. Yeah. See how it looks facing straight down. Could do a poll. Could always do a poll. I think it's better if the beams are going straight from the guns, because the bending 90 degrees in the barrel is kind of ridiculous. Yeah. I mean, it depends how the weapon works, you know, because it is a laser beam, right? It could be. I mean, that looks stupid, right? That just looks like it's shot firing down. That doesn't look good at all. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? I mean, the alternative is to redraw the weapons at a different angle. You know, let me know if the music's too loud. By the way, I have been adjusting. Do shout at me if you need it turned down. Judge Groovy Man, welcome. How's it going? So I'm just trying to align these laser beams in a way that looks good. So this is how I had them originally. So let's see how they look when firing. Let's pretend we have tiny rotating mirrors right near the barrel exits. Yes, exactly. So that's how it looks originally. Last Jedi has ballistic arcs in space. It's true. Yeah, but that's because of the magnetic field, the magnetic containment field around the plasma bolts. Obviously, you know, it's not just a laser beam. It's not a straight line. You can always explain it. You can always come up with some techno-babble bullshit way to explain it. So that's how they looked before. This is another alternative. I should just like copy these and have them at different angles. I hadn't thought about this actually. It hadn't even occurred to me that the angle was wrong. So that's why it's great to get this kind of feedback. Curious to see a scene from TNG or something like this. That's a perfect idea. That's a very good idea. Yes, let's do that. Let's get a copyright strike on the stream. No. And I know exactly which scene to do. It's a scene from the episode Survivors. So let's see. Survivors Battle. Any stream where I can just talk about Star Trek is just great. So now I'm probably gonna have to cut this from the YouTube version because that's a bit more strict. But let's just see if we can get away with it. We'll have to turn off the music for a second. I could run it mute actually. If I run it mute, it's probably gonna be a little less likely to get caught. So here we are. Let's skip right to the. This is the wrong scene. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Okay. So here's how it looks. That's firing from the Enterprise's perspective, and there we have. That's an interesting approach, right? We have the two beams coming in from the side. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to see at this resolution. This is like a very old video. But this is pointing straight forward, but the beams are converging at the front. And then forms this plasma bolt that... that's true. Yeah, yeah, good point. So let's try that. Battle. Let's see if we can... That's external. Spoilers for Next Generation. Season 3. Trying to find the right scene without... Okay, I think this is it. Yeah, Picard takes control. There we go. So the thing is, that ship is coming in from the side. I mean, that's an that's another potential, isn't there? I could just have these ships. Now play all of First Contact. Yeah, right. I don't think First Contact has any. It does. It does have view screen battle views, but it's never. It's never from the one-on-one perspective. Yeah, I tend to think so too, Drilly, that it does look better lined up. But maybe the better thing to do is to line the barrels up, you know, to rotate the weapons themselves. I could potentially like redraw these pointed essentially forward, which kind of would make sense. Yeah. And the other alternative is to draw the ship like at a sideways angle. But I'm kind of annoyed because I've already drawn these weapons, and they look small, but I spent quite a lot of time on them. But that's the thing, you gotta be willing to redo shit. Even with lasers coming towards the camera, the perspective of the guns needs to shift a little, right? Damn it! I have to rethink everything. Oh God, why is everything so hard? Yeah. You can still reuse them at that angle for something else. Yeah. So, like, let's do a quick concept. This is going off the rails, but let's no, make it the right size. There. Okay. So here's our ship. Let's try to redraw it from an angle. Actually, I could just run it in Blender, couldn't I? That's the easier way. Because I have this ship in Blender for a reason. That's true. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I already responded to that. Okay. Ship test. Wait, where's it gone? Oh, I moved it. Okay, hang on. Shit. One moment. I think maybe yeah, because I was going to have some screen shake when the weapons hit, so I think that might sell the effect a bit better. What am I doing? Here it is. Sorry, I know this isn't on your screen. Okay, there we go. Why did it open a new instance? That's stupid. Don't do that. Whatever. Load. Not responding. Oh, why? Okay, there we go. So here's where I was experimenting with the weapon placements. Let's get rid of those. So I could rotate. I could move. No, I need to keep the ship in the same place. I wasn't planning to use this today. Okay. So if I rotate this, gently rotate, there we go. Like maybe something like that. Let's see. No, that's the wrong axis. You know, then like the Klingon ship was approaching from. What do we think? Is that better? Is that better? Do I need to redraw the entire ship? Ah! Oh God, why? I mean, maybe. You know, because then we can have the weapons pointing Although the thing is, if the weapons are mounted on the bottom, that doesn't work in this angle. So I could try... let's do local. There we go. Yeah, that might work. So it would kind of be firing into the top left of the screen that way. Hello, Upturus Deluxe. Welcome. Just model for the TF2 Heavy River ship. Yeah, just a floating guy, just like that'd be great. So Upturus, let's have a look at this for me and tell me what you think. So here we have our ship with these weapon emplacements, and okay, that's wrong, but tell me what you think anyway. So I'm trying to find the best angle for these laser beams to come out, and as that way it kind of looks more like it's hitting the ship, but it also is kind of fucked. So this is the original angle. Oh, thank you. Make scorched earth in space, make ballistic arcs just a feature but a selling point, yeah. So this is how they look originally, and the problem, as was pointed out, is it kind of looks like they're not coming at the view screen, you know? So the missile does, kind of. But yeah. I don't know. Does it matter that they skew? Or should I just redraw the weapons? Why don't I just redraw the weapons? Why don't I just do that today? I'll redraw the weapons. You know, I just had a crazy idea. I just had a crazy idea. Okay, stay with me here. This is crazy talk. But what if we swap them? Huh? Yeah? Oh god, now it's crossing the streams. No! I mean, the beams would need to be straightened, I mean lengthened. But let's see generally, like imagine them being longer, right? It looks kind of janky. But the angle's still wrong, right? Now I've had an even crazier idea. Let's rotate the sprite. I mean, that's horrible. We don't want rotated sprites in our game. But in general, that's what that would look like, right? A couple of angles of sprites for each weapon and say it's a turret, yeah? So that does look better, right? I mean, imagine them properly rotated, like not horribly rotated like that, because we don't want rotated pixels. That's not okay. Is that better? Is that what we want? Stop firing missiles, fire lasers. Yes, there we go. How does it look at 90 degrees? You know, if I can just rotate them 90 degrees, that... Okay. Not minus 90. Okay. Why can't I just rotate them 90 degrees? Then they stay their proper pixel shape. There. You kind of like to hear it in the bottom rather than the top? Okay. The problem with that, I can do that quickly like this. If I just change that to... No. No. Like that. I mean, that could work, but I mean, they just kind of look like they're sticking out weirdly. Like, it really looks like they're pointing down now. That does really look like it's hitting us more. Yeah, and it adds to the effect that the ship is above us, like firing down, actually, because it has that angle. Yeah, maybe if I mean, that's true. You would be looking at them face on, so there's a bit of a detachment from... Yeah. I mean, the other alternative, right, is to dispense with dispense with this kind of turret. You know? So we'd have just like, let's say it comes out of this blue stuff, for example. You know, there could be like just coming out of some kind of abstract port. You know, does that look better? Could even be like the phaser strips on the Enterprise, or in a you know, with the two little dots that move into the middle. Or these little things could be the emitters. Yeah. Like if I recolor those red, that might sell it a bit more. It just kind of, because the problem is though, I want the weapons to be visible so you can see when you've destroyed them, right? So that's a little bit of visual feedback. So like for this little missile launcher here, I want you to be able to target it, see your own weapons hit it, and destroy it, and leave a sprite of like a damaged, blown up one there. But yeah, that does kind of look better. Could be like a little port with a red glowy light in it. Yeah. So I could just like add something on here that makes it look more like a, you destroy it turns off or whatever. Well, it could be like, I could just like put a damage sprite over it, like some blackened marks and some like dangling wires or something. You know, I could add a little box essentially onto here that makes it look like some kind of laser emitter. I think the missile is okay because it's a guided missile, so it's gonna not hit us right away. It's gonna sort of take its time. Excuse me. Take its time to get to us. Yes, this is a lot to think about. I'm not sure. Did you swallow a fly? Yeah, I need to swallow a horse now. Oh wait, there's some steps in between. I can't remember. How does it get to that? How does it get to swallowing a horse? You know, he's choking Ribena. Step. This is Vimto, not Ribena. It's Ribena's alright. It's a bit too syrupy for me. Vimto is the ultimate squash in my opinion. Not sponsored. Squash isn't even a thing in most places, as far as I know. Like in America, especially. Like they just don't have it. I went to America. I was like, "Where's your squash? What's squash?" They said, "Like a vegetable?" No, like a drink. I want my drink. Whoa! Fucking fireworks! I'm glad I'm not doing the stream tomorrow because this is going to be even more. I don't know if you even heard that. I don't know what to do now. Okay, I know what I'm going to do now. I'm going to draw an alternative sprite for these. I'm going to stick them on, and they're going to be like little kind of domes, right? You can have a dome that's the lasers and missiles are exploding IRL, yeah. Why the heck would there be fireworks? It's November 5th, right? Remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot, etc. That's what we do here for some reason. We make explosions to commemorate the time that someone tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament and then got burned. Did he actually get burned? I can't remember. I don't know the truth. It's yeah. They're doing it now because they can't wait. You know, it's a premature explosion basically. Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's just try to draw some different kind of weapon emplacements. So I'll start with this what's it here? Oh no, and then build on it. Just draw it here. Oops. That. Okay, so that's the colours have changed because of using a different palette, but so let's build something that can sort of stick onto that. So I'm thinking a dome, right? A dome could be like, or I could do a crystal. You know, I did a crystal. I was thinking of, so this big thing here, right, was supposed to be another kind of laser firing debris, and I could make them all crystals, right? Because that's what a laser is focused by, a crystal. So let's do this crystal. Why not? Let's do a bunch of different shit and see what looks better. Let's start with the dome. The dome. The Dome of Doom. Let's put it in the background. There we go. Ah! That's gonna happen all fucking stream. I really hate fireworks. I know I'm fucking old and miserable, but just give me a break. I'm gonna do some shading on this just as a temp thingy. Although in the actual thing, this will be done with normals or weirds. Just say that a lot of beans. Yeah, it's making me jump. We could have something like that. It's kind of crappy looking, but it's like a boob. So, okay, let's try a crystal sort of thing. Let's see how that would fit. Let's do like, that doesn't really work. No, needs to be bigger. Let's give it one more pixel. Doesn't really look like a crystal at all. I think I need more space. How about this? Does that look like a crystal? Nope. Maybe like that. A little bit. It's just dithered now. No good. Need more space. It's gonna be too big. Hate that. No. If I put a little thing there, does that help? Yeah. Let's go back to my Guildmaster crystals again. Let's see how they look. So in the weapons Guildmaster. There we go. Okay. They were quite simple. So, with a little glow. These are more like magic crystals, though. Not there. Those are like the smallest crystals that actually look like they have a shape. So let's grab that. That's basically almost what I drew. There we go. Okay. Clown nose. Yeah, it's the clowns are coming. See, that's too big though. That's not gonna. It's the wrong angle. What if I slide it down a little, like that? Cut the top off. You can sue yourself for copyright infringement, yeah. You're going to have different coloured lasers of different megawatts like Frontier. Actually, I'm going to use different colours to indicate different weapon types. So we have lasers, plasma cannon, that's not a beam, that's going to be like a projectile. Ion blaster is going to be blue or cyan. And graviton is going to be... let's turn this down, this is getting loud. The graviton generator is going to be green, like in The Day the Earth Got Mooned. If you need to also hire Barry Kotar, the PP monger. Yes, that is a reference to Computer Chronicles by Pac Billy, a marvelous series you should watch. I'm eating vegan gummy bears and they are pretty good. Also, we're not really more expensive than your meat area breads. Yeah, I found some...
They are safe.
Oh, Tracy Facey, thank you for following. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Wait, I know that name. Did you... Are you from... Do I know you from Dr. Mikachu's stream? I think so. I think I've seen you there. Vague. Sorry, I'm terrible with names, but I think I might know that. And yes, hello. Oh yes, definitely, of course, because you're using the emotes. Marvelous, marvelous. Welcome. Oh God, I'm so excited. Yeah, sorry about the explosion noises. I'm gonna close the window. Why do I have the window open, you ask? Because it's warm in here. Fucking explosions. There. Well, thanks for stopping in, Tracy. What am I celebrating? Yeah, I'm not. It's everyone else is celebrating that it's not November the 5th yet. Afarius, Abstraction, welcome. Hello. Thought I wasn't following. I thought I was following you, but I'm. Oh, thank you. Ah, and here I am. Welcome. Yeah, so we're just. I'm trying to figure out the best way to represent these laser explosion things. So right now, so we have these like lasers just coming out of this sort of random port, but the problem is I want the weapon to be something visible, so that you can see when you've destroyed it, right? So originally I had it like this. One sec. Just get it going. The problem with this is that it just doesn't look like it's hitting the ship, right? It doesn't look like it's... Oh yeah, the light. I'm quite pleased with the lighting, definitely. So yeah, we have the little missile launcher, and then yeah, that's the great thing about normal maps. You can do this really cool lighting on a 2D object. Yeah, but the problem is how to, because of the way I've drawn the ship, or the angle is like having this like weird perspective. So I might need to redraw the weapon. So let's. These are a couple different ideas I can't. Let's try. Let's just try them. Let's just see how they work on the ship itself. I could just. That's the quickest way to do this. We celebrate the Houses of Parliament not getting blown up by blowing up the rest of the country. Exactly. Yes. I could just stick this on there. No, let's just make it a separate sprout. Okay. There's a better way of doing this. I'm just trying to be quick about making this work. Okay, let's call this laser dome. I do apologise about the explosions. I thought they'd not be so bad today. What? Why not? Why can't I? Oh, for God's sake. Let's just do it this way then. It's the wrong place. There we go. Okay, let's call it Laser Dome. Welcome to the Laser Dome! Koala Brownie, hello. Why not have the weapon come towards the stream like the Romulan plasma torpedo in Balance of Terror? That doesn't make sense for lasers, but it does have an old school flair. Well, I'm going to have... there are going to be energy projectiles. There is going to be a plasma cannon, in fact. It's one of the types of weapons. But I like beams. Beams are very exciting. And they're instant. That's the thing. The plasma projectiles, as you allude to, they will take time to reach your ship, so you have like one turn to prepare. Whereas the beams, they just hit right away. So there's deliberately two different kinds of weapons. So we definitely want the beams. The beams. What am I doing? Right. Let's get the other type of turret. What's it? Where is it? There. Okay. Just do a save as laser dome 2. Here we go. And then what we need to go in is change the sprite. Actually, we need to set up the sprites first. There we go. Make sure that filtering is right. Turn off the physics. Set the pixels per unit. This is not all necessary, but I'm doing it anyway. Force of habit. Okay. Let's change the sprite to. Let's do one each side. That's a good idea, isn't it? Probably. No. Yes. Okay. That's definitely the wrong size. What's going on there? Yeah, that kind of looks wrong. But let's see how it looks anyway. All right. The laser beam. You like the laser beam being visible though? You mean the laser gun, essentially. So okay, that's the alignment's off. Let's change that. There we go. Let's move it to there. Is it a 40-watt range? 40 megawatt more like. 21 gigawatts. Okay. Okay, the angle's wrong though. I need to change the angle there. Let's there we go. Keep the pixels square and aligned. Go. Okay. And compared to what Compiler says, where it's aimed directly at the view screen. Yes, right. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Okay, so I don't hate the crystal one. I do hate the turret. The little dome one. Why is the other one not firing? Come on, there we go. So you know, we could have basically this be like the small lasers, and this be like the big laser, the big powerful one. And it matches the aesthetic, doesn't it? It has like the idea that these are like crystal-based weapons. You know, it's alien stuff, right? It could be anything. And it'd be kind of cool that when they get exploded, they shatter, right? And there'd be like little fragments flying off. But the missile launchers could still be more traditional like this. What do you think? What do you think of this as like the weapon, the crystal weapon? Or indeed the other weapon, if I just redraw it and make it look like shit? Yeah. Definitely needs some thinking about. I'm kind of gravitating towards making it like a little crystal. Crystal would solve the alignment problem, a hemisphere can aim it anywhere. Yes, exactly. Take a couple of pixels off the top left and the top right of the crystal, so it looks like it's round at the top. So... Oh. So, the top left and the top right. Oh, I see what you mean. So... basically like this, or maybe even add some pixels like there. It would probably want to be aligned with the angle here as well, so we'd want to maybe do something a bit like that, maybe because of the perspective. Yeah, it's definitely some experimentation, but the general idea I think works. And I could reuse these for other for other ships, potentially. They don't all have to be coming from the same angle, right? I could do some with this kind of angle. You like it in general? Okay. Yeah, it does simplify things. It definitely does simplify things. I was like, it's funny how plans just don't stick. You know, I was going to spend this stream drawing more of these. Like I was going to draw the blue and green versions and stuff, and maybe some other weapons. But then it just becomes apparent that I need to redesign the whole thing. But that's how it goes, you know. And that is, I never would have realized it never would have kind of felt right to me that it looked wrong. You know what I mean? I never would have figured that out without the feedback. So again, I really appreciate you all being here, because it's such a great way of getting immediate feedback. It's brilliant. Crystal weapons are cool. Should the player look at a ship and recognize the weapons visually? If so, you might want to keep things consistent across different ships. Yes, for the same type of ship. So like if this ship is from some, you know, alien civilization, then all the ships from that civilization should look the same. But one that has a completely different technological route, different kind of technology, would look totally different. So you need to learn what these ships are. I mean, you could also like there could be something where it would have a little pull out and it would say, you know, energy source detected or something, you know, and it would have on the right here, there would be instead of this nonsense, there would be a sort of diagram of the ship showing all the bits, all the systems on the ship. How many ships do you think you'll end up with? Well, I think there will be variations. So, for example, this ship could have the missile launcher or not, and I could add some kind of extra module on the bottom for like a fighter bay or some other kind of weapons. So there'd be variations of each ship, maybe 2 or 3 variations with some randomized stuff, but also I'm thinking maybe a dozen, maybe at least a dozen to start with, at least, because you want, like, I want at least 4 different factions and at least 3 different ships of each, right? That's the thing about game graphics. You end up drawing a thing that you think looks cool, but there's a million possible reasons why it doesn't work in the context of the game. Yeah. So, and like another way to differentiate these ships is, let's say all these ships from this alien species will be like coming at you like this, but other ones I could draw at a weird angle, and then that would allow for using these kind of sprites again. I mean, these sprites aren't that complicated. I don't need to use them. That's one important thing I had to learn, is to throw stuff away. Let me show you some stuff I threw away, right, from Guildmaster. So let's just bring it over here. So I think unused goblin portraits. That's one thing. Like, these are really cool, but I only had one to use. You know. I only had, like, because they kind of need to look consistent. Look at that. These were done by Case of Glass. These weren't by me. But yeah, some of the stuff I made that was unused. This is such a mess. I told myself I would be more organised this time. This isn't really that important, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, so like, this is the sprite sheet for the whole game, essentially, and look, we have armor. Guildmaster has no equipable armor, but I'd already drawn all these types of different, like, leather armor and chainmail and plate mail, thinking I was going to do that. What else is unused here? It's not probably that interesting to anyone, but I was just trying to teach myself a lesson that, you know, oh, spoiler, that you need to be willing to throw stuff away. Like these sprites, they're not in the game. Yeah. All this crap. I think right here. Right, so here's all the different status effects that didn't get used, like invisibility here, sleep, poisoned weapons. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. Did they have functioning code and everything? There was a lot of code I threw away Like I had a whole thing of, I had this whole concept in Guildmaster that you'd build parts of your guild. You know, you'd like build a training hall, you'd build barracks, you know, you'd build a healing room, and it just all got thrown away because none of it worked. You know, in the way I was making the game. That game was a mess. I still think it turned out really well, but the process was messy, and I'm going to try to do things differently here. Even though I'm already throwing stuff away, but that's the process, right? Different species, different tactics, movement styles. Yeah, and I think having them from different angles would definitely add to that feeling, like you just the way they approach your ship. Thank you, Albion. We have alien portraits pop up when you encounter them. I would like to have like view screen communications. So yeah, and because they're aliens, they don't have to look like humans, right? They can be as crazy as you want. Like I'm thinking like Star Control 2, where you have all these just bizarre looking aliens. You had some humanoids ones too, but that'll be fun to design some of the aliens. The crystals are cool. Just a moment, it looks like there's no light source on them. No light. Yeah, I will definitely go through and make normal maps for this. So as you can see, I've been making lighting passes for this. So the way this works with this tool I've got is basically you make sort of grayscale versions of how something is lit from different angles, and then you put them together and it builds a normal map for you. So I do that for all the weapons too. Lighting the crystals is going to be tricky, but I should probably be able to figure it out. So like this, oops, this like tiny little dot there, that would have to go because that's, yeah. When Commander 2 and asymmetric kill wraithy ships, they really look alien. Yeah, asymmetry really does look like disturbing because we prefer things to look symmetrical. Did you have noticed a nice library of icons? Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. I guess if when I do another fantasy game, I can reuse them. Yeah. Okay. So I've got very little done, but this has been great because I've definitely had some good feedback here. All right. So I think I'm gonna go with this type. So let's make a note of that. For green faction. Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, I've got these notes here for a reason. You might notice there's some follower emotes. So normally on Twitch you only get emotes for a channel when you subscribe, but I've unlocked the ability to have follower emotes. There's only a couple now because there's 5 slots for follower emotes and 5 slots for subscriber emotes. So now basically 2 of them, I've moved 2 of them to follower emotes. So if you're just a follower, not a subscriber, not that I'm not trying to just a follower. No, if you're a follower, then you can use the follower emotes, and if you're a subscriber, you can use any of them. So just basically, there's a lot more emote slots available. So if you're interested in seeing any kind of new follower emotes, let me know, or new emotes in general. Otherwise, I'll just come up with something. See, most of these emotes, like the save, it kind of only makes sense for gaming. I do want to do more gaming streams, and I haven't. I've been like, this music's too loud. I've been struggling a bit these days. I've been really tired. Hang on, let me find something chill. There. Yeah, I've been. I think it's the season. You know, a lot of people have told me this, that as you get the transition into, you know, into autumn and the daylight savings shit, and then everything gets cold and dark and decayed, and entropy wins, and it kind of makes everything a little bit tougher. And I think getting through that transition. Once you've got through that, I think you can come out the other side okay, but it can be a bit... I haven't been sleeping well either. I got really good sleep last night. Not to boast, but I'm so good at sleep. No, I'm not usually. Anyway, get some sleep, right? Not right now, but do. It's so important, and it seems obvious, but like an hour extra of sleep can mean so much difference for productivity and mood the next day. I have to remember that myself. Yeah, okay, so the other thing, you know the Q&A section I do sometimes? I've decided to make it simple so that everyone who's a patron or everyone who's a sub can submit a question or a subject to do the Q&A for. So if you want to do that, let me know by any means you prefer. I'll do an announcement on Patreon about that. But there's also the Discord channel for Q&A, which should be accessible to patrons and subscribe. Fax, yes. Send me a fax. Send me send me a postcard. Yeah, and yeah, let me know if you want something covered. But for now, I'm going to take a 5-minute break, and I'm going to do some gaming when I come back. I'm going to play a bit of Slay the Spire. So that's one of the games that has inspired me. We'll let you know by any memes. Yes, let me know. Yeah, feel free to communicate in memes. This is the 21st century after all.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Yes! Marvellous. Added by re-added by popular request, as in one person asked me to do it. Yeah, so inspired, yes. Oh, I see what you did there. In Slay the Spired, yes. So that's basically what I'm stealing mechanics from. No, I'm going to try to make it different, but it's definitely an inspiration. So when I come back after the break, we'll be playing some of that for a change, some gaming, and yeah, I'll see you in 5 minutes.